Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome to another vlog, guys, with Not Easily Broken.
Yes. How are you tonight? Hope you're doing well. Was tonight for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a good week. I'm Michelle Easley.
I'm Rodney Easley.
And we're not easily broken.
Not easily broken.
Yes.
So today's topic is, someone put in our first vlog, they put, we should have told how we met.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Because we talked about the first 5 years when we was married and all of that stuff. But there are people that don't know us personally that don't know how we met. And some people that do know us, I don't know that they know how we met.
Yeah. So that's
right.
what we're going to get into today.
Yes. But before he starts, I want to say thank you for everybody that has subscribed and liked and commented. We are enjoying this. Yes. We're new YouTubers, but we are having a blast. So thank you for supporting our channel and coming back when we post new videos.
Yes.
All right. So
thank you, guys.
He going to tell his side of the story first.
Yeah. So, listen. There's my side, her side,
and the truth.
and then my side again.
No.
So.
Yeah, let's go. I already know what he gonna say, but let's go.
No, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm gonna tell it like it is.
Let's see.
So it was the summer of '91.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And me and my friends, we were going to the club. We was at the world famous Palladium. The Palladium. We were at the Palladium. A good friend of mine was the photographer there. So, we would frequently go there. So we go in there. And, it's the same people, same crowd, nothing different. But we in there, we enjoying, we having a good time. And I see Michelle from a distance. She's out there with her cousins. I didn't know none of them. They was different. So they didn't frequent the club.
Yeah.
So I saw Michelle and I asked her to dance. Now, keep in mind, dancing was not the goal. Dancing was a byproduct to get to the phone number. So I had to do that. It was the icebreaker. So I asked her to dance, and then I think afterwards they were taking pictures, which, like I said, my friend was the photographer there. They were taking pictures and stuff, and then so I think I asked her for her number. I think I said something like, hey, give me your number before I don't want it no more. No, just kidding. No, just kidding.
And we would not be here.
No, but
yeah.
I don't know. Did we exchange number, or I just gave you my number?
I don't remember.
Yeah, but anyway, I think we exchanged numbers.
I think we did. Yeah.
And then we talked maybe a couple of days later. We didn't talk right away. You don't want to seem desperate. You don't want to seem desperate. You don't call right away. That's what you don't do. So, you wait a few days and call her, hey, what's going on? Whatever. Shoot the breeze, stuff like that. And I think the reason, I told Michelle that, I said the reason why I was attracted to her, besides her beauty, of course, is because the way she was dressed.
Now, I'm going to interject right here. Because what he would tell me was, he said I was just homey. And I said, that is not a compliment. What he was trying to say is that I had clothes on. I wasn't showing a whole lot of skin. I had clothes on. I was dressed different than most of the girls there. Yes. But homie was not a good explanation, definition that wasn't good. Anyway, so yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, you know, hey, homie wearing clothes, I don't know. Yeah. She wasn't dressed revealing everything.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. So, anyway, we talked a few times, and we set up this date, I think, and her dad was like, you don't know him.
Yeah.
You don't know him. You ain't going out with him by yourself.
Yeah.
So I think our very first date was at the bowling alley.
It was a group.
And it was a group.
Yeah.
She had her friends. I had my friends. And we went on this date. I don't even really remember the date. Because it wasn't really a date. It was just a bunch of people bowling. So there's no frills there, you know. So, but anyway, I met her mom. I impressed her mom. Mom was impressed. She liked the way I dressed. You know, I used to really dress dressy back in those days.
You did.
So she was impressed by the way I dressed and how I treated my mother and stuff like that. So, you know, I had her. I had mom some string.
Anyway.
And so we finally went on a real date. We went to go see this movie called Body Parts.
All I can say is he's lucky I'm still here.
Listen, guys. When it comes to seeing all that blood and stuff, I ain't trying to do that, guys.
He's real squeamish.
I'm real squeamish. So we looking at this movie, and showing all these parts, and I was getting sick. So I said, hey, I'll be right back. I had to get up out of here.
So he leaves, and I'm sitting in the movie. He leaves, and I'm like, is he gonna come back? Like, what's going on? Because he gone for a long time. And I'm like, did this dude just leave me in this movie theater? He just got up and was like, I'll be back. And he was gone for a minute, and I'm looking around like, okay. Not the greatest first date, huh?
Hey, I still like that.
Yeah, he is. He is still like that.
When we first had our firstborn, I left. I was about to go down. But yes. that's for another time.
Yeah, so he did come back. Yeah. He did come back. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what else? That's it.
I mean,
that's your story.
That's the meetup.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Did I tell it right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. Not know, of course, because in the past he have embellished a whole lot in that story. A couple things that I will add. So when we met, it was my first weekend home from my first year in college. So I literally had just got home. Me and my cousins, I have a lot of girl cousins, and we all hang out together. We all grew up hanging out together. So me and my cousin was at the club with some of her friends. She's a year older than me, so it was her second year in college and my first year in college. So we at the Palladium, you know, and I don't think I was homey looking. I think I was cute. I don't think I looked homey. I think I was cute. But anyway, that was his description of why he talked to me, why I stood out. So we, that summer, I had a whole bunch of plans because I used to go to Vegas and spend time with my cousin in Vegas. So I was going to Vegas. And then I went to school in Seattle. So then I went back out there for a little while. And, you know, I was just doing stuff because I had been away at college. So when he did ask me out, and my dad was like, no. My dad was like, you don't know him. You don't know these guys from LA. And you not going out with him by yourself. And I'm like, what? Like, I've been away a whole year at school. Like, you don't know if I've been dating or what I've been doing. You know, I've been gone. So my cousins and I all got together and we went out on this bowling date with him and his friends. So then the next time we went out was the movie. Mm-hmm. And then I will say what impressed me so much about Rodney, he took me to Disneyland. And anybody that knows me knows that I love Disneyland. So one of our first dates after that movie date, maybe he was trying to make up because he left me sitting in the movie theater. Maybe that was the reason he took me to Disneyland. But he took me to Disneyland for my birthday. So our birthdays are 17 days apart. And he took me to Disneyland. So I still to this day have pictures from that very first trip when we went to Disneyland.
Yeah, I started something.
Yeah, he definitely started something. But it's funny because I was in and out all summer. You know, I was going on these different places, coming back and forth. And so we would talk. And when we would talk for hours, like hours on the phone. You know, it was one of them, you hang up, no, you hang up, no, you hang
and then both of us asleep.
All right, we gonna fall asleep on the phone, all that stuff that used to happen back in the day. We gonna say back in the day because this was what the 90s.
This was the 90s, summer of 91.
Yeah, the 90s. So
it was a cold winter. No.
No. So, I went back to Seattle for school, and then we did
I went back to South Central.
So we did our long distance relationship for 2 years. I think we was together for 2 years. So 2 years, 2.5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
And then we broke up. Mm-hmm. So we would the statute of limitations is over now, and my parents are both deceased, so can't nobody do nothing. But we would fly back and forth between LA and Seattle, constantly, every month. I think we were seeing each other every month. We would fly. I would come here, or he would come there. We was every month. Yeah. Without people knowing.
Right. They don't know now.
Right.
Yeah.
I always would tell my one cousin, she know who she is. I would always tell her because, of course, you always want somebody to know where you are, just in case something happened. So I would always tell my one cousin, so she always knew. Yeah. So we did that back and forth, and then we broke up.
Yeah, long distance relationships is hard.
Yeah, especially when you young like that.
Especially when you're young.
Yeah.
So we broke up, and we was broke up for
a year and a half.
Okay, a year and a half, and in the meantime, I still had a relationship with her mother,
which was not cool to me. I was like, "What are you doing?" My mom would be like, "Oh yeah, Rodney came over here. Why? Why was Rodney coming over there?" She was like, when he graduated from college, she was like, "Oh yeah, Rodney invited me to his graduation." I was like, "But you're not going, right? Because we ain't together. You can't be friends with him, and I'm not friends with him no more." Yeah, that was crazy.
Yes,
he would go. I mean, he used to work really close by where she lived. He would go over there, go to sleep on the couch, craziness.
Nah, I went to bed. I went to sleep in the bed.
I was like, why is he there? Why are you doing that?
Yeah, and me and her mother would talk, and we'll never get back together. And then we got back together, and her mother said, "Oh, I thought you said you gonna never." I said, "Did I say that?"
Right. So how we got back together, I had a dream about him. Because when we broke up, it was not on good terms. Yeah. We was not friends no more. It was not a cordial breakup. Right. But I had a dream about him, and in my dream, I was just talking to him, and I was like, let's at least be friends. We've gone through things together. We were together for that 2-year period. Let's at least be friends. And so when I woke up from the dream, because it was when I woke up from the dream, and in my dream we was just friends. Like we was just talking, and it wasn't like I was trying to get back with him. It wasn't that. In my dream, it wasn't that. Seriously, he know that. He shut up. Anyway, so I called him. And when I called him, I honestly was like so scared and so nervous because I was like, he's not going to talk to me. Because Rodney was a grudge holder, okay? He was somebody that would hold a grudge. And so I did not think he was going to talk to me. Even though I was like, I'm going to call him, but I don't think he's going to talk to me. And then he did talk to me.
I talked to her because truth be told, I missed her too, and I wanted to talk to her too, but my pride wouldn't let me reach out, so I wasn't about to do that. And as far as the grudge, I mean, I just kept a grudge in my pocket, just in case.
In your pocket?
Yeah, just in case I need to pull that grudge out. Like, hey, remember what you did now. Yeah. So
then we started talking again, and then he, we would talk, and I would come home and visit. Because at that time, I kind of was like, okay, I want to move back home. I didn't want to stay I was still in Washington at the time. And I was like, I'm ready to come back home. So I had talked to my mom about moving back home and all of that. And then we was talking, and then one day he was like, we should just get married like we should have before. And I was like, what? Like, wait, what? And I'm thinking he just playing, like he not for real. No, he doesn't mean that. Like he just playing with me. And for the longest, seriously, I was like, no, he just playing with me. Like he doesn't mean that. He doesn't want to marry me. And he did.
Yeah, she thought I was going just trying to get back at her, or just be mad at her, or just to try to break her heart again.
It was just crazy. So that was it. Like I came back in 95.
Yep.
I moved back here in 95. Mm-hmm. And I got off the plane, and he and my mother was waiting on me when I got off the plane. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
dated for how many more years?
We dated for 2 years. So we got engaged immediately. When I got back home, we got engaged. Mm-hmm. And then we got married 2 years later. Almost 2 years. Yeah. It was almost 2 years exactly later. But yeah, we have been through a lot of ups and downs. Like we definitely grew up together.
Yeah.
We grew up together. We had to learn how to be a couple, parents, husband and wife. We had to learn all those things, and we learned together.
Yeah. Like she was 18.
Yeah.
And I was 21. Mm-hmm. When we met. So.
Yeah. It was days. A couple months. Mm-hmm. 2 months before my 19th birthday, when we met.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was something.
I remember, because I used to fly up to Seattle, or like Michelle said, she would come down here. I remember going up to Seattle one day, and Michelle was friends with a lot of football players. Her cousin played on the team. This is the Don James.
So I went to UW,
University of Washington. This is when it was real good. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was real good. And we go up there. She took me out to this club where all the college kids hang out. We in there, and we.
Yeah.
And I go to the bathroom, and this little guy is giving me a hard time. Now, I'm from South Central Los Angeles.
In other words, you can't punk him, me and go back there.
Punk me, especially not no guy smaller than me. Mm-hmm. So I said, hey, man, is there a problem? And he called in the offensive linemen. And I looked up, I said, oh.
And he by himself.
And I was by myself. and Michelle saved me because they was her friends.
Yeah,
that was great, But
yeah. So we had definitely we have a lot of memories. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of ups and downs.
As most couples do.
Yeah, and we was young, like he said. But I know Rodney was always extremely generous with me. Extremely generous. And I had never met anybody like that before that would give me the world. And we was young. He had a great job. I was in school. There were times where I would call him just distraught about this or that, and he would just be like, "Do you need me to pay for it? Do you need me to pay your tuition? Do you need me to whatever?" When I did move back out here, I didn't have a car, and he would give me his car. He would take the bus, and he would give me his car. So I had never met anybody that was generous like that to me. And he just really, we had our issues. He had a provider heart. So he always would take care of me. He would do things for me. He would, offer. Of course, I was raised by a single mom. My parents were divorced. So my mom, I was raised to be independent. So most of the time I'll be like, no, it's okay. I do it on my own. Or no, I don't want you to do that. No, I'm not going to take your money, things like that. But he was always very generous with me. He always wanted to make sure that I was taken care of, that I was okay, that I had what I needed. And that was a big deal to me. That was a big deal to me. And then he was funny. There was a period in our relationship that I didn't think he was funny no more.
So I was still funny.
He wasn't funny to me no more.
Yeah, I was still funny. That's on her.
In the beginning, yes, he was so funny. He make me laugh all the time. If I would feel down, he was good at helping me, to lift my spirits and just be there for me. So
now let me ask you this question: who said? Because this is where the lines get blurred. Who said "I love you" first?
You did. You did. You did.
I did.
It ain't no blur. It ain't no blur for me. You did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did. And he always would tell me that I was different.
Yeah.
He would tell me that I was, he would tell me that I was different than other girls that he knew and that he dated. And so, that made me feel good. That was a good thing. He would make me feel like, okay, I'm a standout. I'm a standout girl, and I'm a stand out in a good way. Now, I'm gonna tell you something that he ain't gonna tell you. Rodney used to have this bag of phone numbers. He used to have this bag, and it was just a regular old grocery bag, with phone numbers and all these pieces of paper and all these phone numbers in it. So I think I went to your mom's house, and he was showing me pictures. We was looking through his family photo albums, and he's showing me all these pictures and this and that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's nice. And, we going through all this stuff. And then, he at that point had asked me to be his girlfriend. And so I'm like, okay, so where's the bag? And he's like, what bag? The bag with the numbers. Where's the bag? Oh, it's over there. Okay, you got to throw that away because I'm an only child. I don't share. We not going to share. We don't do that. So that got to go. So he had to throw that bag away. And he used to tell everybody, his thing was, I'm never going to get married. I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to get married. So he has an aunt and a cousin to this day that still tell him, what happened? You said you was never going to get married. What happened?
We've been married 26 years, and they still saying that.
They still say it. Because he was like, no, I'm never going to get married.
As a father of 2 daughters and the grandfather of 1 granddaughter, I am extremely sorry for the bad. Please forgive me.
sorry for your bag of numbers.
I'm so sorry.
That is hilarious.
I'm
He
so
ain't never
sorry.
said sorry before.
I'm so sorry.
So now you understand why my dad was like, you ain't going out with him by
Oh,
yourself.
I knew why he said it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't agree with it because he was talking about me, but I knew why he said it, and I understand. As a father of 2 girls, I understand it.
Yeah.
You know, but
That's hilarious.
yeah,
He said he's sorry, y'all.
yeah, I'm sorry.
That's funny.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've been through some things, and we, like I said, I'm gonna post a picture at some point in this video. It's gonna be a picture of us when we first met. I'll put it here, the picture of us when we first met. Young. And Rodney he used to dress like he was all about slacks and shirts.
Yeah.
He never wore he kind of transitioned into like the tennis shoes and stuff like that, but he was always dressed. That was, in the late 80s or early 90s, that was the thing. That's how people dressed.
That's what we did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was no grunge. It was no, like, he would wear jeans and shirts, but not like jeans and t-shirts or in tennis shoes. Not that casual. It was more.
Not like today.
Yeah. He changed. Definitely, because Rodney would only wear Guess jeans back in the day. And it was like, okay, he wouldn't go to the swap meet. Everybody used to go to the swap meet in LA. Everybody did. He didn't go to the swap meet. He wasn't doing that kind of stuff. So, he was a little bougie. He was ghetto bougie back then.
Hey.
It is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, that was,
Now I'm ordering
cared.
stuff from Temu.
And some things work and some things don't. That's funny. Anyway, but yes.
I done fell off, guys. I gotta get back.
Well, we had a big old family. That's why you fell off, shoot.
No, that's true.
But yeah. Anyway, so we have known each other now since the summer of 1991.
Yeah, you just told your age.
That's all right. I'm proud of my age. I'm not mad. So the summer of 1991 is when we met.
Yeah.
And all but that year and a half breakup, we've been together. We have been together.
Getting on each other's nerves at times.
We're still together.
Loving on each other and never had a fight. Right.
Yeah, crickets. Yeah.
So that's how we met, guys.
That's how we met.
That's our story.
Yeah. And people always say, if you meet in a club, that don't last.
People say a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We met in the club.
Yep.
But it was an 18 and over club.
Yep.
And our song, what's our song? What's our song? You don't know?
You know. Chub Rock.
Yep.
Chub Rock. Treat 'em right.
Treat 'em right. Because when we met at the Palladium during that time, they used to have concerts, basically like little mini concerts. So like Heavy D was there, Belle Biv DeVoe was there, Chub Rock was there. So they would have all these little mini concerts, and when we met, it was Chub Rock. So we always say, when that song come on, we always say that's our song. We tell the kids that's our song.
That's our song. Now we can't get it like that no more. I'll be one. Okay.
No, I can't.
I can't.
I was dancing the other night and I'm sore still. I'm doing it.
I ain't even front. I know I can't do it. Don't even want to.
Yeah. But that's our story, guys.
Yep.
So hopefully you enjoyed this video. And we'll be back with some more topics next week.
Matter of fact, comment below how you met.
Yes, let us know how you met and how long you've been together.
Yes.
And where you met.
And so with that, don't forget to
like,
comment,
and subscribe.
and hit the post notification bell.
Yes.
So you'll be notified every time we put a new video out.
Yes, and this was fun. It was fun reminiscing.
Fun.
And he told the truth this time. I'm so proud of you. Because he be embellishing so bad.
But I can't lie to the people.
Yeah, I'm so glad you told the truth. I can't lie to the people. Because I was ready to bust him up, y'all. For real. I was ready. I was ready.
I can't lie to the people.
All right.
All right, guys.
Have a great night. Bye. Bye.